An umpire and a vampire square off week after week, reviewing movies outside their own strike zone. This week's matchup, Over the Top and Tremors, starring Sly Stallone, Reba McEntire, Kevin Bacon, Susan Blakely, Rick Zumwalt, Fred Ward, and 4 giant worms? Now 2 guys who know how to tap into their own extra inner strength by just simply turning their caps around. Tim Kretschmann and Jeff Miller.
We are here.
Yeah.
And you said we wouldn't be, but here we are.
No, we're here. Yep,
Just
absolutely.
the same.
I'm Jeff Miller.
I'm Tim Kretschmann.
And, so I'm the umpire. He's the vampire.
This is Dead on the Bases.
There you go, right on.
We should probably give the name of the show.
Yeah.
Now, what movies are we doing tonight, Jeff?
Well, I watched Tremors. I think it's 1990, the 1990 version.
1990.
Yep.
That's right.
And then, what did you watch, Tim? You watched...
Well, I watched Over the Top.
Yeah, baby.
Now, take a look at that poster.
That's awesome.
Does that scream out 80s or what? There's no other decade ever that could put out a poster like that. It's unreal, right?
I'm looking forward to talking to you about that because I know you're going to tell me where that came in Stallone's career. Like, is it before Rambo and all that? So I'm waiting for that.
Oh, yeah. I've got a lot to say.
I figured that you do because you do way more research than me.
I know you're shocked. I would have a lot to say. Hey, and we want to thank everybody in
absolutely.
our chat room. You can see it's pretty busy.
Oh, Twitch. Tell them about Twitch.
Check that out. It's on Twitch. We're on twitch.tv, Otherworldly Culture. And you can come out and you can suggest movies that I should torture Jeff with.
Oh, my God.
These are
don't.
things that I like to write down. But I will not give him the Serbian film. We're not going to do that, folks. So, yeah, that's been suggested.
Yeah, no.
It's been suggested, and we're not going to do that to Jeff because we would break Jeff.
We're going to stick to, like, Scary Movie 4 and... stuff like that, right? Right.
Not really, Jeff. Okay.
So,
Jeff, why don't you... hold on.
Yeah.
You're on the on-deck circle. Pitch away.
Wait.
Is that what we do?
No, that's not how it goes.
That's not how it goes.
You're close. You're close.
Take me out to the... No?
No, you're close.
Okay.
I can do that for your horror movies, but...
Oh.
And we'd be on the same track then.
Right.
Tremors. So Tremors is a 1990 movie. I have seen this movie before, but to be honest with you, this movie... Okay, so what this movie is about. So you have these 4 worms or graboids. They're actually graboids. You're impressed that I know that,
No,
you?
I'm not, actually. But
Oh,
yeah.
really?
That's the name of the creature.
They don't say it in the movie, do they?
I saw
They
the
don't say it
movie
in the movie, do they?
Godzilla, but I forget what the name of the monster was.
They're not called graboids, are they?
Yeah, they're called
I missed
graboids.
that.
And Chang comes up. I like oids. Graboids. Yeah,
I didn't put 2 and 2 together.
Actual line.
Here, I looked it up, and I'm like, oh, I got Tim on this. All right, well, anyways, the graboids are 4 big, huge worms that are in Perfection, Nevada. All right, so this is Perfection, Nevada.
Yep.
Town population of 14 people. And
I knew, see, I was not going to ask you that question because I know you would know the number.
And throughout the movie, I'm like crossing off the number so I know where we're at the end of it. So you're getting to know me pretty well. So what it is, it's Kevin Bacon and Fred Ward. They play Valentine McKee and Earl Bass. Great name, Earl Bass. That's Fred Ward's.
It's actually Earl Bassett. It is incorrect in the credits.
The bastards.
And on
bastards.
IMDb.
You know what?
Because I looked that
kiss
up,
my-
and it's actually in the Tremors frequently asked questions
Why would anybody ask that?
over at Stampede Entertainment, because he is called Bassett a couple times in the movie. And I only know that because I've seen this movie, I've heard this movie so many times.
Well,
But yeah, it's weird that they got it wrong.
they can just about.
At least they didn't get the actor's name wrong, so that's good.
Actually, when I saw Fred Ward as the actor before I watched the movie, and Fred Ward is awesome because he's in other movies
fantastic.
there's other movies. He's in Mischief. No, he's in some movie like that. Anyways, who I thought of? I thought of the guy who plays Herman Munster.
Oh, Fred Gwynn.
Yep, that's what I thought of. Yep.
Fred Gwynn. And now, Fred Ward, probably his biggest role, other than this movie, is Remo Williams. Do you know that one?
No.
That is one of the great 80s films. It is based on a series of over 100 books called The Destroyer. And I just happen to know that wasn't even part of this week's.
So he wasn't in Mischief. He was in My Secret Admirer. You've seen that.
That one, I'm actually pulling a blank.
There's no sports in there, so I can't give that to you. Okay. But anyways, so the two main characters, they're driving along. They want to leave. They want to go to Bixby, right?
Bixby,
yep.
Right.
They want to go there, but something keeps them in town because they see a guy on top of a transformer, and why is he up there? Well,
it's not a transformer. That is a transmission tower.
Starts with
a lattice tower.
Starts with a T. And anyways, so they find out. Yes, yeah, Tim. We'll get to your character in just a minute. So they find out that there's these worms, graboids. Damn, I got to go back and watch it now and hear when he calls it a graboid. But anyways, there's these big worms, 4 of them, mama, papa, baby, and then the other baby, and they're all out there. And it turns out that Tim is wearing a vest today because after the guy on top of the transmitter tower, right?
It's close. I'll let it pass.
After they figure out that guy died, two road workers died. So Tim brought out his road worker vest for this.
I like safety first.
So Tim,
yes,
I had alluded to this beforehand. What this movie reminded me of, and this is why, because they go back to the small town and these graboids. Right. I kind of like saying that. Graboids, better than worms, are like terrorizing this town. What other horror movie does that remind you of? I'll give you a hint. Stephen King.
Hold on. You have a Stephen King movie.
That reminds me a lot of this one.
In a small town.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the graboids are a different type of...
You're not thinking of Salem's Lot.
Nope.
And see, he has a lot of his movies. I'm going through it. I'm like, well, that one's a small town. That's a small town.
Watch it's not a Stephen King movie. Maximum Overdrive.
Oh yeah, Maximum Overdrive.
Where the actual machines are coming after these people, and they're all trapped in the diner.
I like to prefer to think that wasn't Stephen King, even though he was very involved in it. And he was coked up out of his mind during the entire... He does not recall making the film.
But doesn't that... Do you see the correlation, though, in a way, right?
Yes. So, it is a classic trope, though. The horror movie survivors and monsters circling them. The movie I like to bring up is actually The Killer Shrews, which... When I'm really angry at you, I'll assign that one.
Great.
Because that one is not a great movie, but it is these people hiding out from, a shrew is only about that big.
Yes, I do.
They're about the size of German Shepherds. You know why they're the size of German Shepherds?
Nuclear waste.
No, because they had trained German Shepherds that they could put the costume on.
Okay, Tim. Okay. I almost believe that. So, back to Tremors.
It's true.
Back to Tremors. Reba, is it really? Are you?
Yeah.
I don't want to watch that. Not yet.
It does have the sheriff from Dukes of Hazzard in it.
Roscoe Pico Train. I love that show growing up. I love the Dukes of Hazzard. Let's do a whole show on the Dukes of Hazzard. I loved it. I wanted a car like that when I was growing up.
This is why we always get to overtime. Okay,
let me get back to
you're telling the story.
Back to the story. So these graboids are terrorizing this town for whatever reason. They want to eat the people, whatever. Reba McEntire makes her motion picture debut in this movie.
Yes, she does.
She's a gun-toting, person. I mean, you can see her right there.
She's a survivalist. She and her husband are survivalists, right?
Right, exactly. Yeah. And that's her husband's played by Michael Gross, who you know from
Family Ties.
And did you know this, though, Tim?
He made this actually right after Family Ties wrapped
forget
up.
it. Yeah, the very next day. Okay, whatever. You know what? This isn't even fun. I'm glad these are I wish these were my questions. I'd be handling this. So there is a Reba McEntire song in this. It's in the final credits.
Right.
But the song played
in the car of the doctors is by who?
That song is
You
actually
won't get this.
called Jesus Kicked a Field Goal or something like that.
It's by...
Oh, who the heck does it? It's a gold. It actually is a golden oldie. They refer to
Tanya
it
Tucker.
as a golden oldie. It's Tanya Tucker.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, see, I was ready. But why do I have to be
Okay.
ready? Because you're going to... Oh, yeah, you're going to ask me questions. That's right, forget it. Anyways.
Yeah, I
So,
am gonna
anyways,
ask you
so
questions,
they
bro.
figure out, because the seismologist...
Yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
look at that. The love interest to Kevin Bacon. She's there.
Rhonda, right? Yeah,
Rhonda.
Finn
Rhonda.
Carter plays her. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
And so they're figuring that they got to stay above everything. So they're staying high on top of like buildings, on top of boulders, all this good
Kind
stuff.
of like when you're a kid and you play There's Hot Lava on the Floor,
Isn't
right?
it
And you
amazing that-
crawl all over your...
Isn't it amazing that every kid has played that, it seems like?
Oh, yeah.
How's a kid like in California know to play this or whatever?
Every kid wants to climb on furniture, and it's a good excuse.
It is. It is.
That's
It really is. I thought it was really funny when Michael Gross was on top of his like shack or his house or
Yeah.
whatever, and he's shooting into the ground with his elephant gun. I'm like, wait for them to come up. What are you shooting in the ground for? That was, I mean, he actually...
Earth is the best bullet stop there is.
No kidding. He's got this elephant gun, and he's not even getting any recoil out of it. I'm like, oh my God, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
It was very
That'll
entertaining.
break your shoulder, an elephant.
Oh,
gun.
God, yeah, it will.
What you're doing.
Am I supposed to tell him how this ends?
No.
Okay,
don't.
it's really a
People
good...
should see this, in my
They should.
opinion.
They should. This is a great movie in
Yeah.
the fact that I liked it. I liked it, and I'd watch it again. I remember watching this when I saw it the first time. I probably took a date to it because I'm like, this is the kind of horror movie that I can handle, and maybe she can't, and then I have the upper hand. Probably not. I don't know. But it wasn't
There
something where
are
I had...
so many great lines in this movie.
Oh, yeah, God,
I'm
yeah.
going to throw
Yeah, yeah.
some of them at you. Like,
Go ahead.
Here it is Monday, and I'm already thinking about Wednesday. You heard me use that one.
You did.
earlier
That's where
today.
that came from. I knew
Yes.
it sounded familiar.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, damn it, Valentine, you never plan ahead. And then we plan ahead. That way we don't do anything right now. Earl explained it to me. That Kevin
Yes.
Bacon gets to
Yep.
say that one.
Yep.
And then Fred Ward, who is, I think, arguably better than even Kevin Bacon in this.
Oh, I agree. I agree with 100%.
This is like the fourth time they're trying to leave town and something's blocked them. You notice how many times they try leaving,
Yep.
they come back,
Yep.
they try leaving, they come back, they try leaving. And he says this is when he sees the
Yep.
two dead
Road
highwaymen.
workers. Yep.
He says, is there some higher force at work here? Are we
Yes.
just asking too much a lot? I love that line so much. Now, what
Yep.
did you think of Chang? The
Yes,
Chinese
and I
gentleman
can't-
that owned the general store.
I liked him, and I can't place what else he was in. I can
Big
kind of...
Trouble in Little
Yes!
China.
Yes!
That's what you're thinking.
Yes. Yep.
Because you're my age, you remember that.
Oh, yeah,
one.
that was a great
Yeah.
movie. I love that movie.
Yeah.
But now let me ask you this. You probably know this. You probably know this answer. But, Tim, you got to give me credit. I did some research.
I'm not looking at my notes. So go
Well, you don't
ahead.
have to.
Yeah.
Don't look at mine either. Mine are
Okay.
handwritten.
Yeah, I kind of wondered what that was. It looked like
So-
hieroglyphics to me.
So, so did you know what this movie was originally supposed to be called?
I did.
I'm
let me
ripping this
think
up.
about it.
I'll rip this up.
It was either land sharks or sand sharks. I think it was land sharks.
Yeah, land sharks. And
Yeah.
why didn't they use that?
Oh, there was a reason. There was something else. Because Saturday Night Live used
Yep.
land sharks as
Yep.
I mean, this is one of my favorite movies.
I know. Because Land
I-
Sharks was a spoof on Jaws.
Yeah.
So why would I think you wouldn't know that?
Right. Now, I
I don't know.
I have arguably quote seen this movie more often than Jaws, which is not easy.
You've seen Tremors more than Jaws? No.
Well, I kind of say that with air quotes because
Okay.
what I did, this was one of my first VHSs. I'm pretty sure I bought it at Farmore. And
I worked there.
I had it hooked up to my stereo because the soundtrack in this movie is great. You probably don't notice it if you've only watching it once in a while
Yeah.
because it's so natural. It doesn't jump out at you like Jaws. But there's kind of like a country twang type soundtrack.
Yep.
And an adventure soundtrack, both in the same movie. So it's really kind of fun to listen to. So what I did as a young man, I was driving back and forth to UW Parkside, which is about a 40-minute drive for me back in the day. I had my VHS hooked up to the stereo.
Get out of here.
So
What? Are you?
I recorded an audio cassette of this movie, which this movie fits exactly on a 45-minute cassette tape. I'm telling
Seriously?
you this. I
Wow.
know.
That's
because
impressive.
I've listened to it many, many times. Driving back and forth to Parkside, I probably listened to this movie somewhere in the realm of 100 to 150 times.
But you just listen to the music. You're not listening to them talking.
Oh, no, it was everything. It
What?
was them talking. It was the whole.
Oh, so all like
movie.
the whole movie fits on a 45 on one side.
mind, dipshit. Yeah,
Well, then
mean,
no wonder you can quote it.
And,
Jesus.
and one of the interesting things about this movie, there are so many interesting things about this movie, but one of them
I didn't hit
is
on any of them.
it originally was supposed to be an R-rated film.
Yes. Okay.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, you obviously did some research
I did.
this time. Let's hear it.
It had the F word in there once, and that's why it was PG-13.
Right, and you can tell a couple of the places where they cut out because they call them mother humpers.
Yes.
A few times.
And I thought, oh my God, I listened to that, and I'm like,
It's so
I hear that
goofy.
right.
Right. And
Yes.
they just looped that in. What was one of the others? I actually wrote them down here. Let me see. I should tell you this. Reba McEntire, actually, when she went in to do this movie, she did not have to read for it or anything.
They wanted her bad.
She asked for the part, and he wasn't sure. He's like, she's not tried and true or anything.
Right, like she wasn't, like, known commodity.
Right, but she had a lot of fans. So they thought, well, we'll get something from that. But he had her do a scene, and like, she's a very good natural actress. I'm going to hire her immediately.
And honestly, I didn't like her in that part. I honestly didn't like her in that part. I didn't. I don't have a good
don't
reason
know.
why. I just didn't.
Yeah, Kevin
I don't know.
Bacon, by the way, Kevin Bacon did not like this movie. When
Oh, really?
when he first
Really?
made it, he thought he was at a career low. He said, quote, "I broke down and fell to the sidewalk screaming to my pregnant wife, I can't believe I'm doing a movie about underground worms."
Graboids.
Later on, after making the film, he claims it's the single most fun time I've ever had making a movie
Absolutely.
in my entire career. And it looks like he has a great time.
Absolutely. How can you not have a good time making a movie about this? It's not I mean, how can you not have a good time?
Yeah, it is a good time. It was made for $10 million, only made $16 million in the box office. However, once it went to VHS, it made about 3 times that
Because
much.
it got like a cult following,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, here it is. At the end of the movie, they say, "Can you fly, sucker?" That was one of
could've
them.
been-
There's a couple places, though, when you're watching the movie and you know that piece of information, you'll catch them.
Oh, yeah. I will catch it again.
Where you just go, "Oh, man, I can't believe I missed that." And they did a pretty good job, actually, cleaning up.
Oh, sure they did.
Cleaning up the movie, so.
So let me ask you this, because you know all the rest of the like facts and all that.
Yeah.
So I didn't like Kevin Bacon's love interest either. I didn't like her.
You didn't like Finn Carter?
Did she? Was she ever in anything else?
Not a whole lot.
Nope.
She was in soap operas,
Yep.
and she's made a couple movies, but really wasn't a top actress. I don't think she had many leading roles. This was one of the few. Now, see, I'll differ with you on that. I actually liked her because she was a bit quirky and a bit off.
But I could have used like a Nicole Eggert in there. Just my
She
opinion.
would have been way too pretty. Yeah, you would have been like,
but-
"Oh, don't chew on that."
Well, they didn't. because she had the barbed wire around her.
Nice.
They got the barbed wire around her. I watched the movie.
Yeah, I know you did.
Yeah,
I'm not claiming that you all scaredy cat.
Not on this one. Not on.
Yeah.
No, not on this one. This is okay.
There it is.
Yeah, you can't even use that on this one. This is a laughable one for me. But I did enjoy it. So let's just put it that way. I did enjoy it. That's all I got. I don't have.
Now,
I would say
early on in the movie.
Yeah. Nope.
Where he's nailing in the barbed wire. He actually and I'm giving away one of my trivia questions.
Don't do it.
No, he misses the nail.
I saw
8 times. 8 times.
Well, I wouldn't.
And the reason I'm giving that away is because you may count it different than other people, but it is 8 times. He did not tell Fred Ward he was going to do that. So Fred Ward's reaction is real. It's like, oh my god,
really?
That was.
I have to go back and watch that now.
It was totally spontaneous.
But I noticed that he missed it, and I'm like, is he supposed to be missing this, or are they just screwing up? I thought about it. I thought about it a little bit.
He claims he did it on purpose.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
I think
KB.
he first meant to hit it. I think he first meant to hit it and missed it, and then just went, okay, let's go with it.
Yeah.
The guys that wrote this were S.S. Wilson and Brent Maddock. They didn't make a whole lot after Tremors because going into this, they had Short Circuit and Batteries Not Included. They made, which were hits. Those were hits.
I know.
They went into Tremors. Tremors underperformed. And that's because it had one of the worst advertising campaigns ever.
Really?
If you were to see some of the ads for this movie, they didn't know what to do with it because it's comedy and horror. So they went just pure comedy, and it's not that, So a lot of people stayed home.
Look at all those guns.
I love that. The right goddamn rec room is what it is.
Sorry to interrupt, but
yeah,
God, I like guns. I like it.
I love that one.
Yeah.
Do you know that was a hard
Second
scene
Amendment,
to
baby.
find for us? It was hard for me to find that scene. And I'm like, that's the definitive scene.
Oh
of
yeah.
the movie.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah. But then right after Tremors, they made Ghost Dad and Short Circuit 2. They wrote those two like back to back. So their career was pretty well over at that point. Ron Underwood, the director, followed up Tremors with City Slickers.
All right.
Originally, he wanted to have Jack Palance in the role of Earl, I think.
Really?
And he wanted Clint Eastwood for Michael Gross's character. And I think,
you know what?
I think this turned out better.
They hit a home run with these guys. They definitely did. Yeah.
Yeah. I think I got that right. I didn't mark that down. But he followed up with City Slickers. Then he made the remake of Mighty Joe Young. And then he followed it up with Adventures of Pluto Nash. It was like,
oh my God. Is that with Eddie Murphy?
Yeah.
No.
It's terrible.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it's with Eddie Murphy.
It is.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. It's pretty damn bad. Now, a lot of people have asked me about this.
Uh-oh.
They all want to know, Jeff, could you move a little bit more toward the center? Like that. Boom. We want to hear about the abominable...
So you want to cover my face up?
Well, I'm moving out of the way. Get over on the other side.
Yeah.
Or do...
yeah. All right,
there we go.
Yeah.
Tell us, how did the abominable trail race go?
Thanks for asking. Yeah, it went great. It was perfect weather. It was like 32, 33 degrees, so that was perfect. There wasn't any snow at the time. The next day would have been snow. So let's put it this way. I've done this race now 4 times.
Yes.
The first time I did it over 3 hours. I had no idea what I was getting into.
That's on your face too much. Yeah. Go on.
I did it over 3 hours, right?
Yeah.
And I thought like a little over 3 hours, like 3:05, 3:02. And I'm like, that's not really that good for 5 miles. But you're doing all these obstacles. You're running in the snow. So this year I'm like, you know what? I'm going to beat that time. I wanted to get under 2 hours. I didn't. I got just a little over 2 hours. So I did it in about 55 minutes more than
now,
less.
There's different stations that do different things, right?
So
did you see the box I put out for you?
What?
I put a little box out there for you.
No, you didn't.
Yeah. Don't you remember him? No?
Yeah. No, please, come on, man.
No?
Why you got to put that back in my head? I don't sleep the way it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the Abominable Snow Race, everyone, if you are curious, it was a lot of fun. I'll do it again next year. I'm going to beat this year's time. I'm going to break 2 hours, and it'll be great.
Fantastic.
Thank you for asking, everybody.
Well, congratulations on making it out alive. We all
Making it
know
alive.
I would not have survived.
You should do it with
such
me
an
next
event.
year.
Okay, I will sit and watch you. Look at this. It
What?
did it again.
Hey, one last thing while
It
we're
does
in the
this every
dark
time.
zone there.
No,
Oh, there you are.
there I am.
You know this, so I don't know why I'm bringing it up, but I'm bringing it up because I did research real quick. One last thing on
Yes.
Tremors.
Yes, great movie.
That they tested the finale. They tested the final scene. You know this, don't you? And it didn't
Yeah.
test well
Right.
with them leaving town. Finally leaving town for Bixby.
Right.
It didn't test well with the audience, so that's why Kevin Bacon actually got with his love interest.
Right, right. And they actually this movie's had 8 sequels, Jeff.
Come on.
8, yeah.
Kid,
7. I'm sorry, there were 7. There were the original 3, then the 4, 5, 6, 7.
Is there a remake
been
of it?
7. Not a remake. These have all been sequential sequels. In the first remake, Michael Gross's character is the only one that's made it all the way through all the sequels.
Shut up, really?
Yeah, really.
I mean, him playing the role?
He played the role in 6 of the 7.
Wow.
In Tremors 4, they go back to Old West times, and he plays like his own ancestor, Gummer. Yeah, it's a thing.
Can I ask?
Yeah,
Let me ask you. So, in these other Tremors,
yeah.
are there worms? Are there graboids? Are there more?
Yes, and they actually become more badass as time goes by.
Really?
They
Do they pull out the
become-
elephant gun?
They have a really interesting life cycle that happens. Actually, in one of our future seasons, I will probably get you Tremors 2, which has Fred Ward comes back.
Okay,
They could
all
not
right,
get
all
Kevin Bacon back because
right,
a lot of money.
He probably made some good movies, man. Yep.
he made good movies before he made this
He did,
movie,
he
too.
did.
So he's expensive. They have been trying to get him back for every single Tremors movie that's come out. They're like, can you get Kevin Bacon? Can you get Kevin Bacon? And I'm like, can you get Fred Ward? Keep getting Fred Ward. Fred Ward only did Tremors 2, and then he stopped. And I'm like, you're nuts, man. You should have kept going.
Like a cult following.
He was fantastic in it, and unfortunately, he's no longer with us.
One quick thing.
Yes.
One more thing. I mentioned this beforehand, but I didn't want to use it up.
Yeah.
So I have an idea for a movie that came to me while watching this.
Okay.
You can
Snow
combine.
Sharks.
No, but it has to do with
Because that's been big.
Larry the Legend. Remember Snow
Yes.
Sharks? Yep.
Yeah. There's actually been like 2 or 3 movies with Snow Shark.
Really? Well, that's a whole show by itself. I loved Larry the Legend growing up, but here we go. So this combines the premise of Sharknado, and it's going to deal with rattlesnakes underneath the ground. Rattlequake. You have all these rattlesnakes. Rattlequake. They quake the ground. They come up and they start eating people. I don't know. Rattlequake. What do you think of that?
They don't eat people. They don't sting them. What is it? They inject them.
Yeah, but
with venom.
in Rattlequake, they eat people. All right.
You know,
That's my
honestly,
movie, Rattlequake.
Honestly,
Rattlequake.
you probably shouldn't have said that out on the air.
Why?
Someone's going to steal this.
Rattlequake.
Sci-fi is always looking for these ideas.
That's an awesome. You have to admit that's kind of clever.
It would kind of work. It would kind of work.
All right, we got to go to your stuff. I'm done.
Okay, well, that's
Sorry,
probably for
sorry.
the best.
Tim.
Okay, so I am going to be taking on the movie Over the Top. Not by choice. This was
Thank you, Jeff.
Jeff's
Yep.
choice. I give him a great film. One of the greatest films and overlooked films of all time.
Greatest films, really?
Yeah, it is. And you give me Over the Top. Before the movie even starts, you know it's garbage.
Why?
You know how?
Why? Because he's brushing his teeth?
No. Because the words "a Golden Globus production" comes across the screen. And that is my horror movie connection, because Golden Globus also produced 1985's Life Force, which was a movie released by Cannon Group. Cannon, the guy that directed this was, I think it's Mihanan Golan. And there's these two guys that owned Cannon Group, and they made a ton of action movies in the 80s. Like, if it had Chuck Norris or Charles Brosnan in it,
It was being made by them.
good chance that it was made by those two as a direct-to-video. They did a lot of that. So as soon as you see that, you're already like, oh boy, this should have been direct-to-video. That's what they really excelled at. But here's the thing. Stallone had been a success with Rocky.
Oh, yeah,
and
here we go.
Rocky 2
Perfect.
at this
Yep.
point. He had made both First Blood and First Blood Part 2, Rambo, which many believe was probably the best of the Rambo films, at least box office wise.
Yeah, Rambo was good, but yeah, Rambo 2 was intense.
Yeah, I like First Blood probably more, but Rambo 2 was definitely the one that made a lot of money.
Yes.
And
Yep.
in First Blood, you knew the character's name was John Rambo, but by the time Rambo 2 came out, it started becoming a verb, like you Ramboed that guy, or,
Right.
you know, that sort of thing. And it was actually written by James Cameron, who would go on to make the Terminator and Aliens and stuff
Do you
like
think
that.
you think Rambo 2 at all was successful because it was the U.S. against someone else? Do you think that had a lot to do with it? Because it's not just in a mining...
It was during the Reagan
Yep,
administration.
that's what I'm saying.
It was when we needed a win. I
Yep.
don't know what's going on with my hair. This is driving me
You
nuts.
have hair, at least.
Yeah, that's true.
Why do you think I wear a hat every week?
That's why I like to brush it around for you. But anyway, they
I'm coming with a wig next week.
this
I might be a fro.
everybody that thinks Jeff should come with a wig, you write it in the.
It's going to be a fro.
chat
I'm coming
right
with a fro.
now. Yeah, that would be good. That would be good.
I look like Oscar Gamble.
But anyway, you knew this movie was going to suck.
What?
But here, Golan kept going after Sly Stallone. He really wanted him to go with star power. Guess who might have played that role?
Let me guess. No, seriously, let me see. Schwarzenegger.
Think like the opposite. Don Johnson.
Shut. Whatever.
He's got a noodle arm. I probably
He's
could
got.
have
I
taken
got.
him.
Yeah. What are you kidding me?
Hey,
are you
it's
serious?
ridiculous.
No, really. Are you serious?
I am absolutely serious.
That's a mind
well,
blower.
and I was
You
like,
should have a graphic for that.
yeah, I actually, I sit there and I go,
There's no way.
there's one good choice the guy made to go with Sly Stallone. I do think Sly Stallone is better than the material he has to work with in this movie. You can tell that the movie was written by people that had a strange sense of humor because Michael Cutler is the name of the kid, right? Mm-hmm. And his father's name is Lincoln Hawk.
Yep.
So his real name would be what?
Michael Hawk.
Okay,
I
say
can't
the shorter version.
Mike Hawk.
My cock. Okay, it was an in joke that they wrote.
Yeah,
into
I
it.
didn't even get, but I got it.
Yeah, now it took me a while too.
Yeah.
I'm like, are you shitting me? Yeah, they basically put a dick joke into the
Wow,
character.
that
name.
is something. You have to really dig for that, but I get it.
Yeah, it took me some time, but now remember how I talked about Tremors had two soundtracks, and they were both, they were
Yeah.
kind of used for different
I do.
things. One was more for character development, and one was more for action and adventure. This movie has a soundtrack. It's basically Kenny Loggins' Meet Me Halfway played about 30 times. Sometimes it was the middle part where he sings. Sometimes it's a little opening introduction. Sometimes a little ending part of it that's instrumental. And it kept playing. I like that song. I can listen to that song. I might listen to it later today. But listening to it 30 times in different cut-up forms throughout the film. Now, they do have a couple other songs in here. Sammy Hagar has one. And there's a couple. But they keep going back to Kenny Loggins with this. And I think it was simply because they're like, hey, he did great with Footloose. He did great with
Caddyshack.
Top Gun, Caddyshack. His songs in a movie, a lot of times it was going to be successful. But This movie, they spent wait, let me just double check before I say it. $12 million is what they handed Sly Stallone. How much money do you think the movie made in the box office?
It's going to make less than that. I'm going to say 10.
11.5.
Ooh!
11.5. Now keep in mind,
Missed it by that much.
$12 million for him. This was not a cheap production. You can tell they put money into it. In fact, they did give away that truck that they show.
Did they?
They actually ran an over the top. This is the sports part. You should know this.
I know this, but
They actually ran a arm wrestling competition called the Over the Top Arm Wrestling competition in Las Vegas.
in Las Vegas, yep, I was going to say that. Damn.
They did it for real.
Yep.
They shot a lot of this at the for real, and then the day afterwards, they shot all the stuff with Sly Stallone. But a lot of the other stuff is from, the shots of the crowd and shots of some of the montages of other arm wrestling and that was part of this real competition that they made. And the guy that won the truck actually drove that truck all over the country promoting the movie Over the Top.
Really?
And it worked really well because it didn't make any money at
They
all.
had a toy line, though, didn't they?
I don't know. Well, that's one of my pet peeves about Tremors. There's like no collectibles for that movie. This probably does.
They
get
did.
more
No, they had a toy
collectibles.
line. And did
Oh
you know
my
that?
God.
Did you know that actually that last competition?
Yeah.
That's all real. Sly Stallone actually really wins that. He said, "Give me all you got," and he beat
I
him.
wouldn't be surprised.
And he actually
'cause-
strained his forearm. He had
Yeah.
strained his forearm, like hurt himself doing that. But he won that match legit.
Well, yeah. Look at
As
the
far
arm.
as they're saying.
he's a big guy. Okay,
Who
the guy.
me? Who me? Wait, what?
Yes, you.
Me and Don Johnson. See, that would be me up there.
Yeah, it would be you and Don Johnson. What,
But go ahead.
What the frick was that guy's name? Bull Hurley?
Yes,
No,
Bull- yes, yep.
He's a big, huge guy,
Rick Zimmer.
but he is.
Somewhat.
He's not as ripped as Sly is.
No.
Now, originally, they were going to have the guy that was going to play that role was going to be like some big, huge arm wrestling champion. But he literally had fingers so big that you could take like a quarter and put it through his ring.
Wait, what?
This guy was huge.
Wait, are you talking Hurley or are you talking about the guy they wanted to have?
The guy they wanted to
Oh,
have,
okay.
not
Oh, my
Hurley.
God.
He was a monster, and they said, we can't put in Sly Stallone with it. And I was
It would
like,
never happen.
and I'm sitting there, and I'm like, where was this type of good thought when you were thinking about Don Johnson? Who the hell would you have him up against? Pee Wee Herman? I mean, good God. And then, okay, my favorite,
Yep.
my
Let's hear it.
favorite, least favorite part of this movie.
Wait, it's either your favorite or your least favorite.
Okay, it's my least favorite.
Okay.
When they're at the competition, they
Yep.
must say 35 times on screen, this is a double elimination competition. You can lose once and still continue. Because they want to have the drama of him losing.
Right.
But I'm like, hey, could you just put it up on the screen? Hey, stupid. Hey,
If
stupid
you didn't hear me
audience.
the first time.
Stupid audience, just so you know, good God, over and over and over. And then the kid breaks away from his grandpa.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
He breaks away from his grandpa, steals a car. Okay. Now, this is something, Jeff, you should know about this. You did this when you were 10. Steals a car,
Okay.
goes to the airport on his own.
Oh, yeah, sure. I would know how to get there.
Goes
Yeah.
to the
Yeah.
airport. Well, and I don't know, is this even his hometown?
Right,
Because
exactly.
And then
Exactly. No
he-
GPS at this time,
He
people.
leaves the car, throws the keys at a valet, and says, "You can keep the car."
I wouldn't think of that at 10
I
years
don't
old.
think I would have the balls to do that today, even if I was rich. It does that, walks past them, somehow gets on a plane to Las Vegas, ladies and gentlemen.
Sure he did.
And well, not only does he get out, now I'm like, oh, he took grandpa's credit card,
Yeah.
and yeah, you could probably rack some stuff up. No, he puts himself in luggage. He somehow mailed himself like Bugs Bunny
Yeah.
to Vegas.
How does that happen?
It doesn't. This is nonsense.
Wait,
And meanwhile, he's got all the minions from Dr. Evil coming after him. One of which is played by Terry Funk.
Yep, Terry Funk. I know Terry Funk.
Okay, tell
you can just tell
listeners-
everybody how
No,
you-
tell our audience.
I just know his name.
You know what he is.
Yeah, he's a professional wrestler.
Right. That's the only true sport. As
Yeah.
I told you before.
Right.
But now,
Man
one
Bigelow.
thing I have to say.
Hulk Hogan.
If you want a 5-minute montage of some of the most meathead, over-the-top antics you've
Yep.
ever seen in your life, it's right there in Vegas waiting for you. They
Yeah,
have
baby.
all these big pumped-up guys. You know, they're all working themselves
That
up
kind of looked
into
like a
frenzy.
Three Stooges move right there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but honestly,
You did that.
honestly, it kind of was like that, though, right?
Yes.
I mean, they're beating
Yes,
their
sir.
chest like
Yeah.
a monkey. I was expecting
King
King
Kong.
Kong to come walk out, step on a guy, and start squishing him. You know?
Yeah.
Oh shit! That would-
Smoking like a
you
cigar.
know what this movie needed? The movie needed more King Kong.
It needed some
And then-
natives.
okay, and I'm gonna spoil this movie, and
Oh,
I'm
no,
gonna
no,
do it on
don't.
purpose. I'm gonna
No.
do it purposely because no one should see this fucking
What?
movie. I'm sorry, no one should see this. He's in there against Bull Hurley. Okay?
Bob Bull Hurley.
And they're like, oh, he slipped off. Get out this strap.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
And Bull looks like he might have put a strap on before in his life. Oh, wait. Did I say that?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. Okay. So they strap their hands together. And Bull, like, makes one of these moves and punches him in the schnoz.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
So he's starting to bleed.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Now,
All you do is say yep.
Okay. So, at this point, what have we established?
What?
We have established-
Bull's a bully?
We have established that Bull is not a good sport.
No, he's a bully.
He's a jerk, right?
He's a jerk. He wants to win.
So he wins, right? And I don't think I'm spoiling anything that Sly Stallone wins in the movie where there's a poster like this, okay? It isn't him
that doesn't-
sulking his head off, okay? So anyway, wins. What does Bull Hurley do? He stands there, he holds his head down and goes, oh, I guess you won. I'm like,
He would have been like that. There's
right,
no way.
no, he
way
would
in hell.
have tried whipping him around and hitting him
Oh,
with his
sure he
left.
would have. There. Yeah.
I was like, what on earth? And then, at the end, I don't even know. For some reason, the grandpa who had documented, he had it written out that he had custody
Yep.
of little Mike Cock, and he has that, and he just kind of lets him drive off with his kid he has custody of.
They had to end it somehow.
Now, have you ever watched arm wrestling competition outside of this movie?
I don't know if I have. I think I might have back in that time because it was probably big then. I don't think I have really. No. Yeah,
I
did.
don't think this was ever
I don't.
big. I
No, maybe I did.
I don't believe that.
But now, did you? I got to ask you this about the semi.
Yeah.
Did you ever think that you'd want like an apparatus to like in your car with the weights? Now think about that, Tim.
Wasn't that
I'm
ridiculous?
surprised there's not a picture of that up there. I really did.
No, I couldn't find
Think
it.
about
That's
that.
why.
He had weights in his car and he would practice.
And only on one side, you know.
it's a good thing he wasn't left-handed.
What they should have had was one shot where you see that his one arm was like five
Yes,
times the size
like
of the
Popeye.
other.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Popeye. Or if you ever saw the Three Stooges, and I think it was Hercules.
Okay.
At one
Makes
point,
sense.
they're
'Cause
like
he's on one
rolling,
side.
and he kept being on one side, so his one arm got huge, so they put him on the other side so he could even out. It was just hysterically funny. And that movie, Three Stooges and Hercules, better than this one.
Wow.
Okay, just so you know.
Wow.
It's just horrendous movie making in every way. By the way, I added up because I know you like numbers, and I'm just going to get you off of this right now. His bet was $7,000 at
That's
20
not the
to
question.
1.
That's not this question.
The truck was worth $250,000.
I got you on another
And
path,
his
baby.
prize was $100,000. So somehow he gets all this money, right?
Yep.
Okay, so 250 plus 140, that's 390.
Right. Okay.
Plus 100, that's $490,000, right?
Okay. $500,000,
Yeah.
basically.
That's what Robert Loggia also offered, or Cutler, the Grandpa Cutler, he offered him for just walking away. What an idiot.
He wanted his kid.
Right?
He wanted his kid.
I'm not sure he did.
Guess what,
I'm
though?
not sure he did.
Just look at your clock. I want to keep going, but just look at your clock real quick.
Oh, we're way over time. We're not gonna make it through trivia. We are so screwed.
Oh, we got to
on
do
this
trivia.
one.
No,
All right.
you're not getting out trivia.
Oh.
But you like this movie. You did.
No.
You did.
No. Okay, let's go to
No.
let's get our scoring going. We do.
Are we done with this movie?
I am.
All right.
Are you done with it?
Yeah, I'm all right with it.
Okay.
Wait, I just got to ask you.
Yeah.
Susan Blakely, the one who plays Christina Hawk,
Yeah.
is that any relation to Liv Blakely? Liv Blakely. Yeah.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't believe so. I don't think she was particularly good.
Well, I didn't either, but I'm just curious about the name.
Yeah, it's same here.
I think it's
Same here.
funny though that you think that those are going to be my questions. You're going to not have a clue of my questions.
All right. Well, another fun fact: Stallone thought he was all method about turning his baseball cap around. Really, he was just overthinking a stupid role. Just so you know this. I put that into the chat for everybody.
I see that.
Yeah. Well, I like to help him. All right.
That's good.
Well, first of all, we got to hit this button. Hey, where's it going? Now it's not.
I have to
working.
tell you a story about a sound effect, but not tonight.
Okay.
But
Well, thanks for that.
No, it's good though. It goes back to my early radio days. You'll like
I
it.
swear nothing. working noise. Yeah, just keep making noise. There we go.
I was pretty close to that.
I'm mesmerized that you came that close. Yeah, so we are in overtime, folks.
You know what that means?
Well, do we? Well, you know what we should do?
I'm getting ready for trivia.
I've decided we're going to do this.
I turned my head
Before
around.
we go, we're first going to take a look. Good God, look at that again.
Whoops-a-daisy.
I do not know why that keeps turning itself off.
I don't know.
But before we even go, I'm not going to start with us actually taking a look at our scores for this yet. What I
That's
want to
okay.
do,
I like that. I like that idea.
what we're going to do this time is I'm going to show you that going into tonight's contest, I had 21 points.
Whatever. Yeah.
Jeff
Yeah, that's
had
about like it.
29.
Do we really have that many points?
Yes.
Man, that's only after 3 weeks.
This is why we got to keep it to 6 innings.
Yeah, no kidding.
We're going to be like at 3,000 points.
You
or
see what I did with
something
my
like that.
hat. I'm ready for this bonus
Yeah,
round.
I saw what you did with your
It's
hat.
like Sly.
And I think everybody liked the sneak peek
I still
at
can't.
Under the Hat with Jeff.
But I just cannot believe that whole Don Johnson thing throws me off, man.
Isn't that amazing?
That is.
That makes
That really
no
is. That makes
sense.
0 sense.
0 cents. You know what, though? It's a time of the season
Yep.
for
Bring it.
trivia.
Trivia, or when do we rate the movie? After trivia.
We'll do it after trivia.
All right.
I already hit the button.
That's fine. Trivia time.
Don't screw with the button.
Don Johnson. Mike, that does
Don
not
Johnson
make, that makes
doesn't
0
make
sense to me.
any sense at all.
I could see Tom Selleck in that role before I see Don Johnson.
Shit, I could see like 30,000 people in
I could
that
see
role.
I could see Jimmy Walker in that position before
My
Don
God.
Johnson.
Okay, I don't know what's going on tonight.
I don't know.
am not getting my sound effects, so we're going to just have to run this through without my hundreds of sound effects. I'm very upset at this computer right now. I gave it a stern
So who's
look.
am I asking you first or what's going on? Am I going to ask you questions
Why
first?
don't you ask me first?
Yeah, because we're on.
Okay, now you said you had a 1 point and a 4-pointer for me.
Yeah,
so
you know
let's
what?
go.
Yeah, 1 point and 4-pointer. So let's do the 1-pointer first. And this is going to be early on in the movie. Mm-hmm. The reason why is because we neglected to tell the fans, people watching, the viewers, listeners, whatever, that I had zero sound in my movie. So for that,
you probably were saved a lot of the page.
So for that, Tim, the 1 point question, are you watching? Is this?
Yes. Oh, that's easy. It was John Grizzly is the one that beat.
That's absolutely correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Correct. All right.
All right. Give me your.
That's
real
how I had to watch
question.
the movie. Okay. So in the very beginning,
Yeah.
they go to a bar to eat. Big Sly Stallone and his kid.
Yeah.
And someone comes up to challenge him in an arm wrestling match.
Which happens to me all the time.
Right. So I will tell you how much it was worth. It was $1,000 match. But what's the name of the character that challenged him? It's not the person's real name.
Wait a minute. Where is this? This is at the beginning?
Right in the very beginning. He picked up his son. They're going to eat. They're getting something to eat. And somebody goes, I've been hearing all the chatter all over the CB.
Yeah.
Rah, 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 rah.
I'm going to say his name was Cobra Kai.
Close. Smasher. So,
Yeah, well, I don't have that tonight.
Why? Oh, because you know you're going to get him wrong?
I'm hitting the button.
There's
something going on with my multi.
Wait, I'll do it for you. Dun, 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 dun.
Okay. Thanks for
All
that.
right.
See,
All right.
I'm trying to find it.
Here's the 4-pointer. So while you're trying to find this.
Yeah.
So in that same scene, Sly orders fried chicken and mashed potatoes for his kid. The kid says, I don't want that because he's got a refined palate.
Yeah, he's such
What
a
does he order?
piece of garbage.
What does he order?
It was. That's not
it.
There's that. I found that.
He orders. Okay, it's only a 3-part question. He orders 3 things. What does he order?
Well, it's all healthy. Garbage.
Well, he only orders 2 things, but there's 3 components to it. So it's a 2-part question.
I'm going to say you order a bacon-less tomato without the bacon. I don't know.
No. He orders tuna salad on whole wheat toast and spring water with lemon.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Sorry, Tim.
I remember it was a very pansy-ass order. I got 0 on that. You know what? I'm proud.
Would you have got any questions, you think?
I think if you had asked me legitimately who beat Lincoln, I knew
everybody knows that. What's the name of the stripper that Lincoln had in his hotel room the night before the wrestling match, arm wrestling match? Brigitte Nielsen. Yeah, there you go. I'll give you a point for that one. All right.
Here we go. Here's my question for you.
I can't look over there.
It's too small. Look at those Coke bottles you're wearing. Okay, I'm going to go with
I have my head turned
5
around.
of these randomly.
I'm getting all 5.
Burt Gummer's house had food for how many years?
15.
Wrong. 5.
I was going to say that. Damn.
I had for 5 years.
Yeah, I knew that answer. I just gave you wanted you to feel good.
Here's one you'll definitely not get. How many times is the word plan said during the movie?
Plan?
Plan.
Like I have a plan.
Plan by any one of the characters.
Oh, plan. 4 times.
20 times.
Oh, I was so close.
20 times. Well, I know you like numbers.
I don't. I'm all about numbers.
These are all going to be numbers.
Oh, man.
How much did Chang pay for the graboid's tongue?
$15.
All right. Good for you.
And how much did he charge for each photo?
3.
Yep. You should get a point for that.
Maybe I'll get one. We'll see.
Right.
How often do the boys play rock, paper, scissors, and what is the record? Because you are a sports guy, I figured for sure you would keep track
of a
sport that happens, which is one of the sports I can perform, which is rock, paper, scissors.
Okay. I know the answer to this. I know this works.
Okay.
So just let me go through this here. So Fred Ward wins it once. No, Fred Ward wins it more than once. Kevin Bacon wins it once, and they actually play it 1, 2. They play it 4 times, and Kevin Bacon wins it once.
That is correct, actually.
Hot damn! Good. Look at that.
And
the
button's not going.
That's like
ding, ding. Or wait.
Jeff is awesome.
There we go.
Jeff is awesome.
All right.
Look at that. You didn't think I'd get that one, did you?
Here, okay.
I pay attention. Yep.
Okay, what shape is Kevin Bacon's belt buckle?
I know this too. It's sort of like in the shape of a heart for a Valentine.
Right. Very good.
Hell yeah, man.
And
Bring
what
it.
does Burt Gummer's bumper sticker read?
Burt Gummer. So Burt Gummer's Michael Gross.
Yeah.
Burt Gummer. Oh, I know what his license plate says though. Damn it.
That's why I picked the bumper
You
sticker.
suck. It's gonna be. Shoot. It's gonna be firearms related. It's gonna be.
Notice I didn't ask him what baseball cap he was wearing.
I know that. I know the answer.
Yeah, of course you do.
Atlanta Hawks.
Yeah.
And it's basketball. A basketball team. It's gonna be Second Amendment forever. I don't know.
Free Afghanistan.
Jeez. Oh my God.
You only know that when you've seen this movie like 5 billion times. It is such a short
I have
shot.
to give you credit though. I mean, I'm liking the questions. I'm liking
good.
questions.
You did good.
I know.
Those were terrible questions, but you demand that they be ones from within the movie.
And I do
Otherwise,
appreciate that.
I would have much better questions, everybody.
Do you follow my do you get my text messages while I'm watching the movie?
I do.
Yeah.
And you were pretty pumped up by this.
I was, and I'm like, there's a lot of trivia here.
During The Conjuring, I had different types of messages coming to me.
Yeah, they were not PG-13, that's
They
for
were
sure.
not nice. Hurt my
A
feelings.
lot of mother humpers.
Yeah, it hurt my feelings. I almost cried.
You didn't
know?
cry.
I almost did because you know that I'm a gentle soul. All
That's probably
right,
true.
Jeff. It's true. Okay. It is time. Let's start with the trivia. Jeff, I'm gonna assign your trivia. I think you got a solid 3.
I could give you a 0, but I'm not gonna do that. I mean, I'm gonna give you a 1.
I deserve to.
Well, but you got the one I asked you back.
All right.
I give you a 1. Come on.
I'll give that. Okay. Now the sports movie grade. I
Because
think you
I'm a
all
gentle
know.
spirit.
Here's the thing. Okay. We're coming off North Dallas 40,
Yes, baby.
which I gave a 3.
Oh, that's right. This is how this goes. Shit.
I gave it a 3. And you know what? It turned off my camera again. What the hell? Ladies and
I
gentlemen,
have no control over that.
there may be a new camera here next week.
I have no control over that. It's not me doing it.
I don't know what it's doing. It's really bizarre. And it only does it on this show. It doesn't do it on my other show.
Gremlins.
Hey, it is. Oh, that's a movie for next season. Okay.
Oh my God. That's a walk in the park.
Okay. Tough guy. You're going to talk different after I show you Orphan. All right, next. I have to sit here and go, did I like this movie more or less than North Dallas 40?
Okay.
And that's why it gets this score. All right.
I knew you were going to give it that. No.
Oh, wait. It didn't go in.
Did you even give it a score?
No, it went into another screen.
This is the best part of this show. No, actually, the countdown is the best part of the show. 2.
I'm giving it a 2. I dislike this movie actively, where North Dallas 40, I just didn't care
8.
for it. 8?
I love this show. This is a good show.
Yeah,
This is a show
I
you
like
can
this
take.
one good.
This is a show you can take a date to and feel superior.
Okay, so
Being serious,
that
man.
means I'm doing math. Would you stop
is tough.
annoying me?
Nice.
All right, I'm doing a
Nice.
little math here. And by doing math, I mean I'm moving the spreadsheet over. I made up some ground.
You did.
I made up some ground. It
did.
is now 30 for me, but you still have 34.
Okay.
That's what it is.
Did I have 34 before?
This is, you know what? This is a good competition because we only have 2 more innings to this season.
Thomas.
Odd Thomas is what you have for next week. You're
Yep.
going to watch Odd Thomas.
Yep.
Kind of a movie not a lot of people are familiar with.
I've never even heard about
I
it.
put
Was
it on there so I could rewatch it. I have not seen it since it first came out.
Is that a movie that now? Again, I don't watch these type of movies, so it's not on my radar. Is this a movie that went right to video?
It kind of has an interesting history.
Yeah.
I actually read the book, which was written by Dean Koontz. You might have heard that.
I have heard that name. My friend Chris
he's
actually
up there
watched
with like Stephen King as far as selling novels.
What else has he written? Carrie?
God. No.
Cujo?
It's going to be hard for me to come up with it. Phantoms, I know. He has a lot of...
But I've seen the name. It's like Koonz or something, right?
Koontz.
TZ, yeah. I've seen that. I've seen that in the bookshelf.
Yeah, he does a lot of horror movies. I mean, he's still going strong from my understanding. I read the book. I really liked the book, but I read the book after I saw the movie. So when I read a book after seeing the movie, you know I like the movie. You know,
because the book's always supposed to be better.
Right. So and it motivated me to spend that much time with the story, you know. But the lead in the movie, whose name escapes me right now, but he was the guy that played Chekhov in the new Star Trek movie, and he played Charlie Brewster in Fright Night, the remake. Okay. I can't remember his name, though. It's a Russian name.
Don Johnson?
It was Don Johnson, you're correct. And this is... See, you would have killed me on trivia with that question, but you don't allow that type of question.
I can't, yeah.
But anyway...
Thank you, though. Thank you again.
But anyway, he passed away very suddenly. He was a young man. He passed away. And
wait, the guy who's the lead in Thomas?
Yes.
Okay.
And this movie was just kind of out there. He couldn't promote it because he was, no more on the earth.
So he made the movie and died?
He made the movie and he died very shortly after. They were about to start promoting the thing. So it just kind of came out. I don't even know if it hit the theaters. I think it did, but it was a pittance. It was just for a minute and a half. And so a lot of people have not seen this movie, and I think it's a knockout. I think it's really
So
good.
let me just ask you something before I start watching this movie.
Yeah.
So is this kind of like, and I know I have this the final week, Poltergeist, but is this the type of movie where the people that were in this movie start croaking? I mean, is that what happened?
No.
It was just a one-off thing. It's just a one-off thing, right?
This is not one of those cursed film type of stories.
Like Twilight Zone, the movie, stuff like that, right?
Well, Twilight Zone, the movie, was gross negligence by John Landis, in my opinion.
Right.
And I like John Landis, but I think he did some bad things there.
So I have
my opinion.
I have Odd Thomas next week. You have The Replacements
with Keanu Reeves.
Hell yeah!
And Gene Hackman. I am
and Jennifer Beal, baby.
Now
I set you up so well.
You're gonna get a
so
lot better mark just based on Gene Hackman because I'm a huge Gene Hackman mark. I love. Gene Hackman.
I can't have my questions about him then.
Yeah, I like Gene Hackman. I think the first movie I saw with him was Superman, where he played Lex Luthor. And oh god, we are going so far over time. We gotta finish the day. Do they? Because they learned in the chat room tonight.
So wait, so Odd Thomas,
and
the
Replacements. And just want to thank everybody for coming out tonight.
Hey, real quick
to Twitch. Yes,
real quick.
Yeah,
my nephew.
Oh, yes, we have to.
Real quick.
Holy cow, I almost forgot.
Thank you, Tom. Thank you, Tim.
Yes. Okay, Jeff, make your announcement.
Real quick, my nephew, Brian Radish, has committed to Sioux Falls, South Dakota University. The Cougars, the Fighting Cougars. There he is up on the screen right there. That's with me, his uncle. And he's signing his letter of intent right there. And it's really cool. He's going to be playing defensive line for the Cougars next season. Muskego, 37-0 over his 3 years on varsity. So 3-time state champion. So I just want to say a shout out to my nephew. He's a great guy, and best of luck next season and your next 4 seasons at Sioux Falls.
So from what I hear, he doesn't need luck. He's very, very talented, and wish him a lot of success.
He's got some Miller blood in him. Good luck, Brian.
Yeah, now, did you arm wrestle him at any point?
Are you kidding me? It'd be like me. It'd be like Don Johnson going up against Bull. Come on, man. Oh my
Just
God.
think of what that movie would have been with Don Johnson.
I can't. I still, that's
the
going to baffle
movie
me.
sucks, right? But then you would add that piece of just complete nonsense.
Like fantasy. I mean, there's no way could you imagine trying to lube him up and like grease him up so he looks muscular?
God. And everybody sweats in that movie, don't they?
GCI.
Oh my, CGI.
Ah, damn it. I always get that wrong. Maybe I have dyslexia. I don't know.
That is a definite possibility. All right. Everybody, thanks again
Thank you.
for coming out.
Thank you.
Remember to subscribe to our show. Tell somebody about this show.
Please.
And come out to our chat. Really. We want you to have some fun with us live on Thursday nights at twitch.tv, Otherworldly Culture. You can follow the show on Apple Podcasts, Amazon Podcasts, Pandora, TuneIn,
Oh my
Stitcher,
God.
Google
Really?
Podcasts. Yes, all these places.
Wow.
These are all things that you don't know how to operate.
YouTube?
Yeah. We're out on YouTube. That's true as well, and that's where my mom watches. So she's a big fan there. Now, remember, folks, if it's sports, it's a home run. If it's horror, run home. We're dead on the bases, and we'll see you next time.